So digital products literally changed my life. And I know that you guys see on my account that I made a video about this a year ago, but I really wanted to make another video because in 2025, and I feel like honestly the years to come, it's only going to become a bigger industry. People are only going to become more and more financially free, and they're only going to learn more about how to utilize this business model to reach their financial goals. So back in 2023, I was a year post grad, right? I was a fresh mom. I had graduated with my son, actually. He was in my belly. And I was not really necessarily searching for jobs because I knew and I felt that God had more for me, but I wasn't really sure exactly what that was. And so I was trying to apply for jobs because, you know, I was tired of my family talking about me and just saying maybe things like I was lazy. I was just trying to live off of my husband. I wasn't trying to do anything with my degree. And really, I was just sitting with the heaviness of hearing people have opinions about me and knowing deep down inside that it wasn't that. It was none of that. It was just that I was really just waiting and being patient, trying to see what God had for me. Now, I'm not saying this to say that I wasn't pressured into applying for jobs and I wasn't interviewing and just doing different things because, of course, at that point in time, I did care what people had to say about me. But that's one thing that I teach my students is to block the haters, whether they're your friends, whether they're your family, whoever, and just do exactly what God called you to do. God didn't give you that vision. He didn't give you that desire on your heart for no reason. But I know you're probably like, who is this girl talking directly to me? My name is Katera. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm also a business coach and mentor. And I help other women business owners start their online digital businesses and grow from whatever they're good in. So I can help you turn your physical business into a digital one. And I can also help you turn your skills into cash flow. So that is really what fueled it. Was back in 2023, I just had enough. I was tired of getting talked about. I was tired of getting looked at as if I wasn't trying to help, you know, contribute financially. But I knew that for one, I wasn't trying to put my son in daycare. I knew that for two, I was not meant to work in a 9-to-5. That's never worked for me, y'all. I promise you, I've tried it. It just never worked for me. And that was because my spirit is not meant to be confined in the schedule of someone else's. My spirit is meant to be free-willed and just do as I please, but be able to help others in the process. And not even say do as I please. My mission is really just to help and teach you guys exactly how to do what I do. And I can show you guys step by step. Now, that was a long little intro. I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into who I am, because as soon as God showed me this business model, it was like a no-brainer for me. I have a degree in marketing, so why wouldn't I do what people are now calling digital marketing? And so that's exactly what I did. I prayed about it and I got started with it, and I haven't looked back ever since. And honestly, it's been the best thing that's happened to me in my life. My family still doesn't even know what I do. If they do, it's because they found my YouTube channel. So hey, y'all. But if you found this video and you feel the exact same way, you know that you're seeing other people talk about digital products and digital marketing, and you want to get started with digital marketing, but you just don't know if it's the right thing for you, or you think it's a scam, because there are a few people out there that have made this space look a little dishonest. But I'm here to say that you found someone that's genuinely interested in helping you guys do the exact same thing and get started with the exact same business model that has changed my life as a stay-at-home mom. I've been able to help put me and my family into a new home. We bought our car paid in full. We do not have a car note. And so I really just thank God for just everything. Because of him that I'm even doing what I do now, and I'm able to talk to you guys on this video and give you guys my exact processes of how I make money. Nobody else is going to tell y'all this. So enough of that. Let's just dive right in. So once again, I just want to give you guys a little insight into how you can make money from digital products. And I want to give you guys my process on how I do this exact same thing. So if you're ready to dive in, get out a pen and a piece of paper, because we're about to get to work. Okay. So first things first, I just want to break down what digital marketing is, because you're probably like, Katera, like, this is my first time hearing about this. So digital marketing is essentially selling anything or promoting anything online. So it doesn't just have to be a digital marketing business, which a lot of people get that misconception, because I feel like digital product sellers have just taken over the term. But I was taught digital marketing in college. Digital marketing is a way that you promote something online, digitally, right? A way that you're marketing something online. So for instance, once again, jumping into digital products, you are digitally promoting your digital products to your target audience. Okay, so the way that you do this is you first start by figuring out your niche. Okay, so your niche can be anything, but the way that I teach my students is, for one, either think about who you are right now. Okay, think about the position you're in right now. Think about what you're struggling with, and then start or create your business around speaking to and helping that person. So for me, I centered and started creating my business around helping stay-at-home moms who are wanting to generate income from home. They did not want to put their children in daycare, or you just, you don't have the capacity to even pay for daycare. So you need some way to help your partner out financially. But even as a stay-at-home mom, you know how heavy it feels sometimes to like see you and your family struggling and wish you could do more, right? And so that's kind of where I was, and that's kind of what I centered my business around, because trust me, y'all, I've been there. I've been in a space to where we were struggling to pay for bills or pay for groceries, or just trying to decipher between the two, right? And so that is who I was speaking to in my content. That's who I kind of centered my content around. So that is one way to figure out your niche. Or another way to figure out your niche is to figure out something you're good at. What is something that you know how to do very well that you can teach other people how to do? And so I have a lot of my students come to me and say, hey, Katera, like, I don't have a niche. I don't know what I want to choose. I don't know who I'm speaking to. What is something you're good at? You know, they list out some things that they're good at to me. I can spitfire a niche right back to you, because that's just kind of how my brain works at this point. I've been doing it long enough. But that's another way that you can figure out a niche. So is it sewing? Is it reselling products around your home? Like, do you sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace? Teach other people how to sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Do you know how to cook very well? Create a cookbook. Do you know how to kind of organize your life better? Create an organizer, a digital planner, or something like that to help people organize their lives better. Like, you guys see where I'm going with this? There are so many different things that you can go into. I feel like people overthink it, but the main three niches are wealth, health, and relationships. So if you can kind of confine your niche around these three niches or these three topics and kind of, you know, narrow it down, there you have a niche. Now, I'm not saying it has to be in these umbrella topics. Once again, if you can find something that kind of goes within those confines, it will be a little bit easier and a little bit more profitable, I would say. So once you figure out your niche, okay, it is time to attract your target audience. And I'm about to give you guys my 3-step framework, so that way you guys can learn how to start selling your digital products right after this video, right? So get out a pen and piece of paper, because we're about to get into it. So my 3-step framework, the first step is attraction. So this goes into top of funnel content. So when you think about your business marketing, you think about your marketing as a funnel, okay? And so the top of the funnel is brand awareness. All right. So brand awareness goes into you promoting your product on social media or however you decide to promote your product. But more times than not, if you're selling something digitally, social media would be your best bet. So choose your platform. Do not try to promote products on various different platforms at once, unless you have a platform or a software like I use called repurpose.io. Okay, repurpose.io is a repurposed software that I utilize to be able to post on one platform, and it gets blasted across all my other platforms as if I'm posting on all of them actively, which is a great tool to utilize if you want to utilize all your platforms. But focus on one. Okay, so is it YouTube? Is it Pinterest, which I teach? Is it TikTok? Instagram? Okay, figure out your platform and start to create attraction content. So there are different types of content to create when you're promoting your digital products. Okay, so the first one is brand awareness content. Okay, you're making people aware that you even exist. You're creating content that really tugs at your target audience's heartstrings. So you're speaking directly to your target audience. You're getting them aware that you exist. You're getting them aware of how you can help them. Now, the next type of content is promotional content, and you should mix promotional content in a little bit with your attraction content. So you want to mix in your promotional content for every 3 to 4 videos that you post on your social media, because people know that they're being sold to. Like, it's to the point now, people don't like to get sold to. And so I have a lot of my students say, Katera, how do I not be so salesy? Mix in that content. So your attraction content is just brand awareness. You're talking about your journey. You're talking about your story. You're talking about why you started your business. Maybe you're even sharing a goal that you're wanting to reach by starting your business and turning it into a series. That's one of the strategies that I teach my students. And so then you mix in a little promo content. So this content is hard selling. You are selling to your target audience hard, okay? They know that this post is for them to be able to buy something. It has a hard call to action, meaning comment this word to get sent the link to my X, Y, and Z if you're on Instagram. Or on Pinterest, I have a special strategy for that. I'm gonna make another video for that because your girl's the Pinterest queen. I don't even wanna dive or let Pinterest take over this video, but you're gonna mix in your promo content. And then the last piece of content is problem awareness content, okay? This is the T. Problem awareness content is just where you make your target audience aware of the issues that they have that they didn't even know that they have, okay? That's some good marketing right there. When you make your audience aware of an issue that they didn't even know that they have. Okay, so this just goes in the form of, you know, kind of speaking to, once again, like I was telling you guys, that pain point that maybe you were dealing with in the beginning, and making someone look at that piece of content and think, oh, she's talking to me. So for instance, for me, when I first got started, I was making problem awareness content as if content speaking to the points to where I wasn't able to afford as much groceries as I wanted to, or we had to struggle, or in a space where we might have paid our bills late, or whatever I was struggling with at the time. I made them problem aware. And also, the way that you make them aware is you show them that that problem can be fixed by the solution that you give. Clock it. That problem can be fixed by the solution that you give. Okay. And so that is another form of salesy content, but it's not a hard sell. It's more of a soft sell. So that is the first section, and that section is attraction. Okay. Now the second one is to engage. Okay. So you're not just posting just to post. Okay. Just because you're creating content doesn't mean people are going to find you just like that. It doesn't mean your target audience is going to find you. You need to go find them. Find your target audience on social media. Comment under their videos, like their videos. Don't be ingenuous. Be genuine. Okay. Really like engage with people's content that you're really interested in watching, and, you know, give them some feedback, but also like their story, you know, engage with your target audience. So that way, 9 times out of 10, when you're doing this, they're going to come back to your page, right? When they come back to your page, that gives them a sense, or that gives them the leeway to start binging your content. So when they binge your content, then they're like, oh, well, this girl, she's doing this. She can maybe help me, right? But that is another way to kind of help reel your target audience in, to help them know that for one, you exist, and for two, you have the solution to their problem. Now, when they're coming to your page, you also want to make sure that you have something, in a way, you want to give them a taste of what you're going to offer for your paid offer, because people don't always buy right on the first time that they see you. And if they do, like, it's rare. Okay. But if you can get someone to buy your freebie or purchase or download your freebie, whatever that might be, whether it's a webinar or a checklist, an ebook, whatever your free offer is, that is the place for you right then to utilize that problem awareness content to have them download your freebie. So that way they can get a taste of how your product or your services can help them in the paid sense. So you want to make your lead magnet so juicy. And once again, a lead magnet is your freebie. You want to make it so juicy that when they read it, when they digest that piece of content, because all of this is content. Your paid offer and your physical offer and your videos and marketing materials are all content. So when they digest that piece of content from you, you want them to be able to want more, that you convert them into a paid sale. So you can continue to nurture them in your email. That is when you'll set up an email automation, okay? And in your email automation, you'll be able to continuously nurture them in the email and then eventually convert them into a paid sale. So it's all a process, but this is the second thing, is you need to engage enough to draw your target audience in and get them to download your lead magnet. And this is on any platform, especially Pinterest. And then so lastly, you want to be able to convert them into a sale. And so once they are converted into a sale, you'll be able to connect with them on a deeper level and, you know, teach and help them with whatever promise that you made to them in your content and in your freebie. Now, don't let this scare you, because I know some people are like, oh, well, I'm not a coach. You don't have to think of yourself as a coach if that scares you. If that scares you, you know, you can just like say, okay, I'm somebody who has been there. I have done that. And now it's time for me to just give back in this way. So my 3-step framework is to attract, engage, and convert. Once you are able to achieve these 3 things, then you are able to make sales passively in your sleep, and you are indeed, my friend, now a digital marketer or a digital product seller. All right. So if you're interested in learning this, I do have some resources down in my description. And then also, if you're wanting to learn directly from me, you are wanting me to take you step by step through all of my processes, I do have my Krowned Vision Network. It is not a course, it is a network. There are some materials in there that you can watch and learn from. But what I mean by that is, it's not just a course. It is a network to where you can connect with other individuals, other creatives, other visionaries. But not only that, I will take you step by step, because it is my mentorship space. Okay. We have calls once a month, and I have helped so many of my students do various different things. I helped one of my students get in the TikTok shop through the pilot creator program. I also helped one of my students create her products from scratch, and she also made her first few sales on launch day. So that was super exciting, because these are things that these ladies never thought that they would be able to achieve. And with my help, I help them get to their goal. So if you're interested in having someone take you step by step, join KVN. I would love to have you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Once again, I always give the free tea and the gems on my YouTube as well. Go ahead and follow me on my other social media platforms as well. They are linked in the description too, okay? But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.